Welcome back, parents of Year 11. My name's David Lindsay. I'm the head of the senior college, if you haven't met me before. And I've been doing this job for about 5 years, so I sort of know the place quite well.
And I'm Sonia Witheridge, Deputy Head of Senior College, and I've been doing this job for 2 years. To our approximately 20 new families, I'd like to give you a big welcome to SACS.
From an academic point of view, it's going to be really important for you to take notice of what Mrs. Tatsis for HSC and Mrs. Munro for IB say to you in writing, but also in conversation during the next 2 years, and particularly that you watch their presentations that go along with this welcome video. What they have to say is always very important. We don't try to overdo the communication. It's worth listening every time they have something to say. So your students are just about to enter Year 11 and they've got 2 years of school to go. Very important time in preparation for Year 12, but also universities are starting to look at the results, so reports, and also the co-curricular activities of students in Year 11. So it's going to be very much more important for students to be focused on the end game from now.
The head of house or tutor will know your student very well, and so they are one of the first people that you should contact if you have any questions to ask about your particular student.
I'd like particularly to draw parents' attention to the school TV suite of online presentations by Australian experts in adolescent health, mental health, wellbeing, and also in how students and adults for that matter approach disasters and other current issues. School TV is something that is available to all parents. In my newsletters each fortnight, I'll be drawing attention to particular issues that are relevant to students at that particular time of the year. You'll be able to log on to any of the articles in the program and make use of those things as they might come up for you personally.
This year, we hope that it will be a year where we will be able to have more personal contact with you, and we look forward to meeting you very, very soon.
Welcome to Year 11 in the IB Diploma program. My name is Sharon Munro and I'm the Director of Learning for the IB Diploma program here at St Andrews Cathedral School. The IB Diploma program has been running at St Andrews since 2009 for our first Year 11 students. We have now had 11 cohorts of students complete the diploma program at St Andrews, and they've gone on to pursue a wide range of university options both here and overseas, as well as many career pathways. The IB Diploma is a 2-year course, so this means that anything that students learn on day 1 of the diploma can actually be assessed in their final exams. Students are given an assessment calendar, which is all pretty and colour-coded at the beginning of Year 11, which outlines all of the assessments that they will have for that year. Students also receive one of these for Year 12. In the Year 11 assessment calendar, essentially everything that's in there is school-based assessment, and only a couple of tasks, such as the TOK exhibition, which are at the very end of the year in Term 4, contribute towards the final IB grade out of 7, or A to E for extended essay and theory of knowledge. So we have certain expectations of our Year 11 and 12 IB diploma students. First of all, you need to work consistently and with persistence. You need to meet deadlines. This means that you need to submit a task to the IB office or to Schoology by 8:30 a.m. on the due date. If there are some things going on or you're really having trouble meeting deadlines, it's essential that you communicate and that you complete an extension request form which you submit to me. Students are also expected to work in an academically honest manner and attend all before and after school lessons. We suggest that you are working up to 2 to 3 hours of homework and study per night and 3 to 4 hours per day on the weekend. You should make sure that you have a designated workspace where it's quiet and free of distractions, that you can move your devices and your mobile away and give that to somebody to hold on to whilst you're being productive with your study. We expect that you complete your homework regularly, and not just complete it, but actually complete it to a really high level. You should also be consistently making revision notes so that when you get to the exam periods, you've got that already done and you can be revising and completing past questions. And that final piece of advice is not to leave things to the last minute, to ask questions and to make sure that you're organised And any clarification that you need, ask as soon as you have an inkling that you've got a question. Effective organisation is essential. We would suggest that you have folders, both online and physical copies of your folders, and that these are colour coded. So for example, you might decide for your subject like psychology that you might choose the colour pink, and that may be the colour that shows on your timetable, psychology highlighted as pink, and the divider in your folder may be pink as well, so that you know exactly where to find your notes. We also suggest that you make sure that you save your documents regularly and that your online organisation is really effective and efficient. You want to be able to access the latest version and have version control of your documents. For assessment tasks, it's really important that you print out those assessment task notifications and you have a hard copy and a soft copy. You can scribble and annotate all over those assessment notifications and have those at your workspace so that you can easily access those. Prepare early. You're given at least 2 weeks notice for assessment tasks, and obviously a lot longer for tasks that require more work. So make sure that you start then. Your notes, as we've said before, should be prepared well in advance. And look ahead. There are going to be times where it's really intense and you'll have several tasks going on at the same time. So make sure that you are really well organised and don't leave it till the end. So there are certain skills that are really important for success in the IB Diploma program, but we do need to remember that you're just starting year 11 and that these are skills that are being developed in students. So first of all, communication, persistence and consistency. They're really essential to success in the IB Diploma program. If you don't understand, if students haven't understood something, it's really important that they ask. If there's something that's going on that's preventing them from getting their work done, well, again, it's essential that they ask for support, and they can ask their classroom teacher, their leader of learning, their tutor, their head of house, Mr. Sinovich, our careers advisor, and of course they can come and speak to me about this as well. Being proactive and speaking up can be a little bit overwhelming, but this is excellent training for university and also for life in general. And we need to be aware, for those that have perfectionistic tendencies, that we're not going to be getting grade 7s from the beginning. This is a journey. In semester 1 of year 11, we're aiming for 4s and 5s in each of our subjects and around a B or a C for TOK. We are aiming to meet the requirements for the award of an IB diploma, which are over 24 points, over 12 higher level points, 9 or more standard level points, meeting the requirements for CAS, and making sure that we meet the requirements for TOK in semester 1, and in semester 2 the requirements for TOK and the extended essay. From then we'll be setting short-term and long-term goals for students. Reflection is also essential. Having a look at how students have done in their tasks, working out what they did well, what they didn't, and then working out how they can improve in future. Learning from those failures is really important, and at the same time having a balanced lifestyle, so making sure that they're sleeping enough, they're doing exercise, they're having some time with their friends, and they're eating well. Don't underestimate the importance also of those core subjects of theory of knowledge, the extended essay and CAS. And CAS is one of those things that can be completed and signed off on early in term 3 of year 12. So it's really essential that students work consistently on that from the beginning. So as parents, what is it that you can do to support your children? First of all, we've talked about having a suitable study space and having a quiet space. If the study is not working, then I would recommend actually, maybe against the advice of your children, putting them in the dining room so that they are accountable for how they are studying, how they're managing their time and how effective they're being. We want them to spend really productive time on their studies. So if they're working for an hour, we want that to be an hour of good work, not working for an hour and that to be 20 or 25 minutes of good work. So we're really trying to teach them to be effective. Also removing phones, again, something they may not be quite so happy with, but that's moving distractions, that's a really big help for students. They can also ask you to proofread their work, and whilst we need to remember academic honesty guidelines, you can't be doing their work for them. You could be highlighting grammatical errors, the fact that maybe they haven't used any punctuation or any capital letters in a sentence would be very helpful as well, or that they haven't used paragraphs. All of those types of stylistic features and comments would be really supportive for students. Also, discussing sleep, diet, and balance is really helpful. And if you have any questions, please do contact us here at St Andrews with any questions that you might have. As I mentioned before, you could contact subject teachers and leaders of learning, tutors and heads of house, Mr. Sinovich for organisation and for careers advice, and of course myself. We look forward to seeing you this year.
Welcome to Senior College parents. My name is Derek Champion. I'm the leader of Wellbeing and Character in years 7 to 12. I've been at the school for many years, and I teach in the HSIE department, and I'm also the head of Hereford House. Leader of Wellbeing and Character has an important role in the senior college, working within the senior college pastoral team to support heads of house and work alongside Ms Sonia Witheridge and Mr David Lindsay. There are a number of ways, particularly, that our wellbeing framework works in the senior college, and perhaps the main way is with regards to the pastoral program. So the pastoral program basically is made up of many different social and emotional learning activities that take place in tutor time, and this occurs between 12 and 12:30 each day in a typical week. And so, for example, in year 10 we start by looking specifically at healthy relationships and talking to students about ways they can communicate positively with others, and we couple that with an external speaker, your choices, who come in and speak to our students in term 1. In year 11, our program continues to address important themes, specifically looking at, once again, our use of technology, what appropriate use of technology looks like, and also how to manage stress and how to lead well. And in year 12, one of the programs in particular is our Life Hacks program, where we speak with students and they actually get their hands dirty, learning about things like how to change a tyre, how to cook, how to budget, just important life skills that we want them to have as they transition out of school. So the position has a number of things that it does. The pastoral program, the social and emotional learning activities, bringing about positive community and engaging with external experts. In 2021, something new that we're offering to our SACS community, and particularly our parents, is mental health first aid training. This will be a free training for our parents, and something that we'll be communicating the dates and times for in our newsletters and school correspondence, so please look out for that. So thank you for listening. Welcome back to 2021. A special welcome to our new parents, and I look forward to meeting some of you and seeing many of you again this year.
Hi, my name's Lynn Jarvis. I'm the Director of Community Engagement here at SACS, and I'd like to welcome you aboard to 2021, and particularly all our brand new parents to the school. The PNF have two main roles at the school. One is friend raising, which means they really want to help you find a way to connect with other parents at the school. They're very open, they're very warm, they won't con you into doing something you might not want to do. And one of the ways they do this is they have parent conveners. So that's a bit like a class parent. We have a couple for each year group, and the idea is that they help you connect with other parents in your year group. And they also run a private Facebook page, which is ideal if you've got any of those questions like, are they supposed to wear sports uniform tomorrow? Or I've come home with the wrong blazer. So that's a great part of what the PNF do for the school. They also run meetings, which they do in a combination now of online and in person. And they have this great Q&A series called PNF Presents. So an example, last year they did PNF Presents Wellbeing and Character, and they had a whole lot of staff from that areas of the school that you could ask questions. The one thing I would say about our community here at SACS is that once you join us, we never ever like you to leave. So all our students, they graduate, they become old Andrians, and we are very fortunate in that they come back and they still participate in the life of the school, and they're led by a really vibrant group of graduates who are the Old Andrians Association. And then we of course have our wonderful current parents who are fully supported by the Parents and Friends Association. And we even have here at SACS a group of Hessians. So a Hessian is either a staff member or a parent who are no longer actively connected with the school, but they want to stay involved. And they're Hessians because they all come from SACS. We always tell our students here at SACS that they should try and get involved in as many things as possible, and that will make the most out of their time at SACS. Well, I'd like to say the same thing to our parents. You have to choose to be involved at SACS, and we choose very much to have you involved. And there's so many different ways. Even if all you've got time for is to turn up at events, that's fantastic. We will welcome you with open arms. If you have a bit more time, you could volunteer, you could be a startup mentor, you could read to our Gora students, you could support the P&F and the many events they have, and that's a really wonderful way to make some great lifelong friendships and really enjoy your time while you're here at the school. So particularly for our new parents, if you want to find out how to get involved with anything at the school, I suggest you read the P&F newsletter that they put together. Also go to the website that has lots of contact details, and you can find ways to get in touch. And at any chance, you can always just email the community team, which is community@SACS, and we can help you out and point you in the right direction. We are really looking forward to seeing you in person again in 2021. We've got lots of exciting events planned this year. We have things like the Kiriki Picnic Day, which is our outdoor education centre, which is a great chance you get to go down with your children. You can lounge and have a picnic, or you can do something like climb the high ropes. We have a gala dinner a little bit later in the year, which will be spectacular. We have the Gawara cocktail function, and our P&F do this sensational rooftop Christmas markets. So that's just a few of the really good events coming up this year. It will be down there on the website. It also comes out in the newsletters, and we'll email you and let you know what's going on. So you'll have plenty of chances to find out. You'll also get the P&F calendar. That's got the main dates in it. Pop them in your diary straight away so you don't miss anything this year. So in whichever way you'd like to participate in life at SACS in 2021, whether it be coming to an event, buying something at the Christmas markets, being an exam scribe, any which way, really look forward to seeing you and you joining part of our warm and inclusive family at SACS.
Welcome to parents as we come back into 2021. I very much hope it's not a year like last year. Last year was so hard to navigate with all of the changing rules on COVID-19 and all of the disruptions that brought to us. So I wish you a normal year. We would have wondered at such a wish until 2020, but it makes sense now. So I wish you a year when we can engage fully and normally in physical schooling, and when all of our programs can be delivered as proposed. And that includes co-curricular, sport, outdoor education. I think we've gained something from last year. We've gained the reassurance that we are social beings, we need one another, and we value living in community. And that's good because SACS is very strong on those elements. We prize community. So I wish you a great year. I wish you a year as parents and students of throwing yourselves into all of the wonderful things that SACS offers. High quality teaching and learning, excellent co-curricular programs, wonderful Christian education, great outdoor education, fabulous sport. And I wish you every success. What we seek to do is to have full partnership with our parents so that we can work together to develop young people of substance and character who will graduate in a way that they are proud of, that our parents are proud of, and that everybody feels indicates they are ready for life beyond school as active adults who lead flourishing lives. So parents, do stay finely attuned with what SACS has to offer. Do be communicative with us as we hope to be with you, and do engage yourselves fully in the life of the school, whether that be information meetings, evenings, attending performances, coming to sport, joining the P&F, being active in year group meetings. What the research shows is that where parents involve themselves actively in their children's education, the children simply do better because they get the message that mum and dad care deeply about this thing called schooling, and that gives them every incentive to strive hard because it aligns the values at home with the values at school. So I invite you to travel with us in this great journey of educating these